Well, promises were made at the beginning of the legislative session to help teachers with funding from the state's record budget surplus. But that really isn't happening, and there are only a few more days left to pass a massive school funding bill that would raise teacher pay.
Now, we've told you in the past the Senate amended the bill to include school vouchers, and that really stopped progress. KXAN's education reporter Nabil Ramadna is live for us at Leander ISD headquarters tonight with a look at the impact on school districts if this doesn't pass. Nabil, good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, districts like Austin ISD, Del Valley ISD, just a few of the districts who have increased salaries, but more could be doing so. And most of that money's coming out of their own budget. So now these districts want the state to give more funding to public schools. Leander ISD wants to raise salaries.
You obviously you want to take care of your employees. That's your top priority.
Right now, they're looking at a few compensation plans ranging from 3% to 5% increases. That number could dictate how attractive they are to potential employees.
If one district does something, really high, then that affects how we have to compete.
But like many districts increasing their salaries, there could be cuts to programs or even positions if lawmakers don't increase school funding.
So a lot of districts are really trying to say, okay, if this is going to be our focus, then there's only X number of dollars. So what has to give?
The state is woefully underfunding our public schools.
The Texas State Teachers Association says public education will suffer without more money from the state.
We had hopes that with a $33 billion budget surplus, that something would be done to help our educators stay in the profession.
So we're really forcing local communities, local school districts to make impossible decisions.
Representative James Tallarico has pushed for more funding. He had hopes House Bill 100 would help before the Senate lumped in a school voucher program.
I'm disappointed that the Texas Senate is holding our House teacher pay raise bill hostage in order to pass their private school voucher scam.
And districts fear without more funding, that could mean fewer people entering the profession, or those who are already in the profession could leave. Reporting live in Leander, Nabil Ramadna, KXAN News.
All right, Nabil, thank you very much. And several districts are waiting to see what the legislature requires before setting teacher salary schedules. Others will be finalizing budgets over the coming months.